Hey y'all, it's Lori. If you haven't met me yet and you're new to my channel, I own a pet sitting and dog walking company, Pet Care Extraordinaire LLC, that is based in downtown Baltimore. I'm also the wife of Chris Kelly, who owns Kelly Gardens, the Fells Point houseplant shop. I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about Minimalist. So, during the pandemic, no one needed a dog walker. And I also ended up being pregnant because why not? Just add another family member during a pandemic. And I was like watching all these other pregnant girls or ladies, women on YouTube, and one of them, I want to say, there was a few of them, but I want to say it was But First Coffee was her old channel old channel name. Her name is Callie, and she's called something else on there now. But she introduced me to a little bit of Minimalist because she was pregnant doing YouTube channel and was talking about that and how she isn't a minimalist, but she was taking some perspectives from it. So a minimalist, most of the time, there's different extremes to it. You can be like a big minimalist, like, and have like nothing and literally be like sitting on the floor. Or you could be like a middle one where you just don't have stuff on your walls and you have white walls. Or you could be one a little bit beyond that where you have stuff but not as much stuff and there's nothing on your counters. Or you could be whatever you want, or you could just take like certain traits from it. But basically, you live on minimal stuff and you live your life more through your journeys, your experiences, instead of buying stuff. During that time, like I said, I was pregnant, and so I had, at the time, Abby had to be like 5 or 6 years old. She was like the only child. She does have an older brother, but he's way older. He like lives on his own. And she was like being raised as the only child, and her grandmother was spoiling her, which was my mom, and my dad, and my stepfather. Everybody was like spoiling this kid. I had so many toys, so much stuff, and it just was stressful. And then adding in, all the newborn stuff again, like I just felt overwhelmed. And I took a page from her book, not literally her book, but a page from her, because she was starting to go through stuff and see what she wanted, what she didn't need, what she didn't use anymore. And she was talking about the minimalist, and I started looking into the documentary. There's a documentary, The Minimalist, and there's all type of books. Marie Kondo is a very popular one. I have a couple of the books I can like tell you guys the different ones that I've listened to and read. But going through that and thinking of that process, and I'm like, do I really need all of this stuff? I would look around my house and kind of get overwhelmed. And so I started doing some of the stuff she was doing, like putting away your toaster under the cabinet when you're done, and just easy, simple stuff like that. And my counters being a little bit more clear and nothing really being on them. And it just felt like it was freeing. Then I heard of like the Minimalist Challenge, and I definitely think that you guys should try it out if you haven't, because it'll change your life. You don't have to become a minimalist, but through that journey of doing the challenge, you're going to get rid of a lot and see a lot of stuff that you don't need anymore, or you thought you might need, or you held on to this other big soup spoon because, one day you just might lose your other one. What is the point? Get rid of it. You can buy another soup spoon if you need it. Whatever. So the Minimalist Challenge is for 30 days, just a month, and you can continue if you want. You can stop and never do it again if you want. You just get rid of however many things, the number of the day. So the first day you would get rid of one thing. Then the next day you get rid of 2 things. 3 things the next day, 4 things, so on, until you get to like 30 or 31 days, depending on the month that you did. And it'll definitely change your life. Like, let's say, I don't know, you don't know what to get rid of anymore. Go through your pens. Is there a million pens you don't need? There's one thing right there. Go through your junk mail. Get rid of that. You know what I mean? Like, just anything. Your junk drawer. Your closet. I'm sure there's like a sweater in there that you haven't touched in who knows how long. And I'm telling you, it's going to change like your view. And then once you start realizing you can get rid of some stuff, it's weird. It's like freeing and it's kind of enjoyable, and you got to be careful because you can get addicted to it and just have nothing. And then you'll literally have nothing. Me having kids, it's harder. Now with my older one, I have like talked to her about it. I've been decluttering and stuff. So she goes through it. And sometimes I'll sit down and be like, hey, let's go through your toys and donate some toys to some kids who don't have any toys. That helps so much. And she kind of like gets excited to do it. And she's just a sweet kid and a very giving kid too. So she's like automatically like, I can't wait to see or hear or know that some little girl's going to play with this doll that I don't play with anymore. The doll's going to be so happy to have a new home, so that's cute too. So if you're like a mom trying to figure it out too, like do it for yourself first. And then you can take your kids on the journey because, they lead by example anyways. So as they're seeing what we're doing, they kind of catch on and want to do it too. But I definitely challenge you to do the Minimalist Challenge. And let me know how it goes. Comment, let me know if you liked it, you didn't like it, if you did the whole month, if you stopped, if you forgot, whatever, because life happens. But yeah, definitely keep in contact. And I'll see you next video.